EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go. Set. And Lobo. I got you.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hey, 180. 50 seconds. Let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Second and 6. This is the tight end Fant. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Red, 90, Wolf. It's the pass.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Big series right here. We got
2nd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready. 60 out long. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep and that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
14.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 29, Mayfield, he sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield, they're able to locate Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the...
Rush coming, and he he's taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers?
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield, and a completion to Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking for a net.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Back to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 82 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2-for-1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
First down, Mayfield. He completes it to Wilson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And that's caught by Smith. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. King.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Going for it all. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller as the first half is winding down as his guys are back within a single score. The point after is good, and that will get them one closer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken short. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll throw now on the final play. Finding room at the 30, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
He's coming. Regular.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strike.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Lindsey. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again they run with Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And Wilson has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. Wilson's got it complete. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 56 yards.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Here we go. Set. Ken Lobo. And that QB's trash. Let's go. Flat.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP, Tom.
460 Pittsburgh. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He completes this to Sutton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Mayfield dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Point it right. Joker. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, Alpha.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Tighten up. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, Delta.
Mayfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield now. The open man is Smith. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Mayfield, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Cortland Sutton. A gain on the play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Back to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Back to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
64.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fairly short kick, taken in the 14 here. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. J.J. Watt. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.